Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back to another episode of our Planet Zoo franchise mode Let's Play. We're going to dive right back into Elite Zoo South. Today, we're going to be tackling some things that we've been meaning to tackle for a very, very long time based on all of your requests in the comments. Like I say always, folks, not only do I look at the number of likes and comments to get a quick read on what folks are interested in and what they'd like to see on the channel, but I do read each and every comment to get an even deeper understanding of what people would like to see. So don't hesitate to keep leaving those likes and comments down below, folks, if you would like to see the series continue and if you'd like to have your voice heard and see it reflected in our sort of approach with our zoos and the series as a whole, really. With that said, by and large, I think most of the comments were in favor of us doing another beauty pass, a very focused beauty pass, of course, to deal with our entrance and our, let's call it the first impressions pass, because there's still a lot of work to be done over here. We've been delaying it for a very long time, not as a result of any procrastination or anything like that, but just because things keep coming up, other opportunities keep coming up, or we get excited about other things, or maybe I get excited about other things and I get distracted. But so no, today we shall focus on this area and hopefully this area alone, though knowing myself, I will get distracted by something here and there as we go about the time-lapse. Now, the time-lapse is going to be kicked off more or less right at the beginning of this episode. We have plenty of money in the bank. There's no reason to, wait and save up more money. We have a couple of alerts over here, which I would like to dismiss. So maybe we'll give it 5 minutes so these will, sort themselves out. I don't think it'll take more than 5 minutes or so. We'll let all that sort itself out, and then we can go ahead and dive on into the time-lapse and get some work done. Yeah, I've been looking through the comments. Not only, there were some requests for a new animal, for sure. I'm not saying that everybody, it wasn't unanimous, but it was quite clear that the vast majority of people watching have been really eagerly awaiting our work for this entrance area. And I feel like with the money we have right now, it is a far cry from the situation we had when we first started this zoo, and we had to, delay our initial attempts. And I've got some new plans as well. Now, I cannot guarantee that everything will be completed today in one sitting, as some of y'all mentioned as well in the comments, but I will certainly try and make as much progress as possible and try to implement as many of my ideas in today as possible. Yeah, I mean, no more time to waste. Let's dive on in. It's time-lapse time. All right, folks, I'm going to need you to guess. Is it going to be A, we accomplish everything we set out to accomplish? Is it going to be B, we accomplish half of what we were going to accomplish? Or is it going to be C, we barely make a dent? Go ahead, get your guesses in, get your answers locked in the comments down below. I think it's pretty obvious which way we're going here, but I'm going to give it another couple of seconds if you actually want to throw your guess in. Ladies and gentlemen, C is the correct answer. I'm going to say, at least. In all honesty, we do make a decent bit of progress in today's time-lapse. I'm actually quite happy with the end result. The unfortunate reality is that this is such a massive space to work with. Because it's not just the enclosure either, even though we're looking at the enclosure's kind of, barrier limits and stuff right now. It's not just the enclosure we deal with today in this time-lapse. We're also actually going to take a look at the entrance area. And honestly, I had this sense of just, I had so many ideas that I wanted to execute that in many ways, I felt this sense of paralysis almost of okay, what should we do first? Ooh, what should we do next? Ooh, should I jump to this now? I was constantly, my head was going 1,000 miles a minute. But as a result of that, a positive thing that's come out of that is that I was able to explore a bunch of new ideas, or rather I should say a bunch of ideas that are new to the space for the purposes of, kind of testing them out. What I did not want to do in this time-lapse was just copy and paste a bunch of things that we've already put down and just wrap things up for the sake of wrapping them up and then saying, all right, cool, done. Put a stamp on it, put a, whatever, a check mark, set it aside, never look at it again. I didn't want to do that. We've unlocked all these new pieces. We've come back to this space after so long. It's the first impression, right? It's the entrance and the first enclosure. So I wanted to spend more time with it than that quick and easy solution of just like, all right, we like the waves, copy paste, done. Unfortunately, as a result of me wanting to explore some of these other ideas, things don't get finished. But I am excited by the ideas we explore. Like right now, I'm just putting down a couple of rocks here and there. An island for the crocs has been requested since this space was first dedicated to them. And I was always a little kind of resistant to it because, keepers can't reach an island, they can't clean it, it's going to get messy, etc., etc. But then I started thinking, and I think it was pointed out in the comments as well a handful of episodes ago, but the Gharial in Elitsu North, or at Elitsu North, I guess, they have a rock island that they often bask in, or bask on. My grammar is just like completely out the window today. And that works out though. And I think what happens is when they, when they do their business on the rock, when they take a dump on the rock, it just kind of literally rolls off, it gets into the water, and then gets cleaned through the filtration system. I guess that must be what's happening. Or they know not to take a crap on the rock, I guess. Anyway, point being, it's worked out at Elitsu North, so why not here? So I decided to build these little rock islands, and then I started building the actual edges out, because again, this was never supposed to just be this like weird sharp fall off. And I feel like putting these rocks down finally start making this space make a bit more sense. It starts making this the shape feel a bit more like natural, like it could be real, I suppose, as opposed to just a fake dugout hole. I guess it'll always have that feeling because it is a square hole in the ground. But it does start to feel a bit more believable, I suppose, and definitely need a little bit more work over here. So as you can see, right, like I think it's already pretty evident what's going on. Maybe it's showing in my actions, maybe it's not, but I'm like jumping back and forth. I'm like, all right, let's work on the water, let's work on the vegetation, let's work on the rocks, let's go to the edge over here, put some rocks down, let's go to the other corner, put some rocks down there. Oh, let's work on some fencing, let's use some of these new Australia pieces and see how they look and feel. Like I'm, like I said, like a million miles a minute, a million miles a second, just trying to get all my ideas down, because a big part of it is also I want to share my ideas and then see what y'all think about it, what y'all say about it, what y'all feel about it, so that moving forward, when it comes time to, when we get to that stage of, all right, cool, all the pieces are there, all the individual elements are there, now we just copy paste and get her done. I want to get to that stage. But rather than with just one thing, wavy canopies, I want it to be with 3 or 4 different things for a space that is so large. So yeah, and now here we're jumping into, okay, got to make some path supports, and we have the yellow wooden path supports that I will be using for where the wavy canopy is, of course. But I wanted something a bit more substantial as well outside of that. And at that point, I noticed, hang on a second, I haven't even put down all the education boards and do not disturb signs, or sorry, do not feed signs. All, like, there was so much still to do, even just in terms of this enclosure and all the essentials. That was kind of it was a kind of a eye-opening again moment for me, where it's just like, wow, right, it's been a while since we've been here. And again, it started because of money problems. Like, we didn't have enough money to execute the space properly at first, and then we just kind of got carried away with everything else. We're just like, oh, let's do the next thing, do the next thing, do the next thing. We'll come back. Oh, Australia DLC. Wait until the pieces unlock. Okay, well, the pieces have unlocked now, but I'm still busy with this other thing. So I'm very glad that at least we've kicked this off now, and I'm going to be kind of like dead set on completing this, I think, before we move on to anything else. Next session, we're going to hopefully complete this in its entirety, because again, like I said, we don't complete it today. I joke about we didn't even make a dent. We make a dent. We got all the ideas down, so now we can talk about them, and then we can, after that, it's just a matter of copy, paste, placement, fine-tuning, that kind of stuff, right? So it's, I think I'm being a little like self-deprecating there, or whatever the term is being a little mean to myself. But I do feel pretty happy with at least the direction that things are going. Again, now again, just jumping like, oh, I should add some rocks over here. I'm gonna make these reeds feel a bit more like, make sure they read properly, I guess. I also want to adjust this corner over here, get some more reeds down here. Yeah, like I'm pretty happy with how all this stuff is coming together. It does make the space feel a bit better, but it's such a big space. It's such a large body of water. So I do want to, one thing I do want to do is I want to do a bit of research in terms of other things I can do in the water to make it interesting. Like I might make the landmass a little bit bigger. I might make a larger island as long as our keepers are able to reach it. I might do, I don't know, I got to figure it out. What I don't want to do is split it into 2 enclosures. That suggestion has come up a few times. And I actually discussed that after the time lapse, so I'll leave that up to future past party elite because he's got that covered. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the direction things are taking over here. They're, you know, again, we're filling up that empty space. There was a lot of it in the water, and I think I just need to figure out a few different ways of doing it. I also have plans for like the little exhibits and things like that as well, but I thought I'd sort of start to show my idea for the entrance space over here. Again, still inspired by our, you know, well, a couple things now. Primarily inspired by our kind of water wave themed croc rock enclosure, you know, decorative elements. So taking that and then amplifying it, get it? Because waves have an amplitude, but amplifying it and actually literally also making it bigger, increasing the amplitude of said waves, and also integrating the idea of the concentric circles that, you know, again, have come up so often in my research with Australian indigenous art and whatnot. So I was like, all right, cool. So there's a lot of things that line up here nicely. So what I wanted to do with this entrance is have like this, yeah, these like massive, you know, would-be crashing waves coming over top of your head. They act as, you know, shade. I put some benches down below them when they kind of extend like this. So the idea, this is only half the idea right now, is we've got this like wave on this side. We've got the foam at the top. It's they're lights, but they're, you know, they're the foam. And then on the other side, have the continuation of that circle, but again, have that little gap, you know, where the imagination fills the missing parts, so to speak. And now, boom, I get distracted. I was like, oh, right, by the way, I got to put down the coolers. Right, let's go ahead and put some coolers down. So go around putting down doing a bunch of coolers. I was all over the place, I'll be completely honest. I couldn't help myself. There's just so many things that I don't want to miss and don't want to forget. Couldn't help myself. But yeah, so the entrance has like these giant kind of crashing waves, and, you know, you come through the giant crashing waves, and then you come to the calmer waves at Croc Dock, and of course the still water in Croc Dock itself, going from the wooden, you know, sculptures, as it were, to the actual water itself. But yeah, adding a third one over here. I don't know if I'll add more than the 3. I think I kind of want to, but at the same time, odd numbers always kind of look nice, even though with both sides it ends up not being an odd number, I know, but on one side I feel like it looks quite nice. It's got that nice layering going on as well. I actually don't know if I end up doing 6. I think I end up with 5, I think, which might be why I remember it looking nice, which would be kind of funny. Either way, I think that is actually what ends up happening. I like how it looks right now. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to add more pieces if it's not necessary. But I'm just trying to figure it out in my own head, like if it is necessary or not. If I do want more, I'd have to work around the entrance and exit to the ride if I do that. But I mean, I guess that's a conversation for later. Overall, pretty pleased with how it looks, and we do get some nighttime in today's episode as well. And oh my god, I feel like the entrance is finally starting to take shape. It's just a matter of that transition from you know, from the pre-built entrance to a welcome sign and a goodbye sign, like the double-sided sign, and then the actual enclosure itself. But anyway, I think that's about it for today's time lapse. A couple of adjustments here and there, but I think that is where we're going to call it. Yeah, we do end up with 5 arches up at the front. That explains. I like how it looks overall. It might look nice with 6 as well. Who knows? Maybe. We'll see. Maybe we just do like 7 or I don't know, 30. I like how it looks. Anyway, folks, putting the name down at Croc Rock. That will be the time lapse done for now. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know, as always, down below. All right, folks, we are back from the time lapse, and that one was well, it was a little eye-opening, I would say. Somehow I didn't realize how massive this space really was and how long it would actually take us to kind of execute different elements and fill the space up. But with that said, and despite the fact that today's time lapse did not see a completion of the area, I'm gonna be honest with myself and honest with all of you. And I think I mentioned this before the time lapse as well, but I don't think any of us thought this would get done in one sitting. There is just so much to do. There's so much variety of stuff going on in this space, because it's not just a small enclosure, right? Like, as much as we keep referring to it as the enclosure or the entrance, there's so many little parts. There's like the little, there is like this little entry walkway. There's all these little shops and stuff. There's the actual enclosure water, the enclosure land, the stuff around the enclosure. Like, it's a very large space with a lot of elements and a lot of parts to it. So it's it was really kind of eye-opening to me seeing kind of sitting down and trying to chip away at it and seeing how long it would take even just to put down a bunch of rocks, But overall, with that said, as much as it feels like not too much was done, I am actually quite happy with what we've accomplished, because not only have we, basically, I think the best way to put it is this: we know some of the things that we like. We know some of the things that are going to be repeated onwards and implemented throughout the rest of the space. We've sort of got some of those pieces of the puzzle in place. So as much as today's time lapse could have been spent just like, oh yeah, copy paste, get all that done, whatever, there it is. As much as I could have done that, I was personally far more sort of curious, or far more, I guess, inclined to explore some other elements that we don't know, that we didn't know how they might look or how they might work out. I wanted to see if, this idea of my my concentric circle / crashing wave thing would work. I wanted to see if, the rocks and all were going to look okay like this. I wanted to see if this kind of fencing was going to look okay. And now that these have been kind of built, also the little support beams down over here. And now that these have been built and we can see them in context, now I and y'all in the comments as well can talk about like, okay, well, these parts work, these parts don't. This is what we're feeling like. Personally, I like the separate elements and how they're coming together. One thing I would like to do is as these concentric circles go on, I want to see if I can maybe darken the shades or do something. Actually, no, I don't think we would, because up over here we're actually going to end up with these lighter tones for the most part, I think. So we might actually be fine in terms of color as well. Though I might start using some more of this more kind of unfinished raw wood look up over here. But point being, I'm definitely quite happy that we've experimented with a variety of elements, a variety of different parts, that now we can kind of see how they're going to start coming together. And then next session, I guess what I'll do is I will bring them all together and do the, kind of capping off. There is still a fair bit that I want to explore as well in terms of what to do with the water. We are today going to experiment with these like mini islands. They were very often requested, and at Elite Zoo North we actually had Guriel that had this kind of a resting ground, and I guess the filth, as it were, just rolled off into the water, and then the filtration system took care of it. So if we get something like that, maybe I'll take a look at doing more of that. Maybe I'll look at expanding or extending. It just kind of blended two words together there. The landmass a little bit. More room for the crocs to roam. There's been a lot of talk of actually splitting Croc Rock into 2 enclosures so that we have, double the crocodiles. It would be one of those cases of like, it's the only time we've done something like that, so do we really want to break tradition? I mean, the last time I did that was with rhinos at Elite Zoo North, and there was a lot of like pushback against that, which is completely fair. It was the only time we'd done it. So I'd like to maintain this as one big space, because the other thing as well is if we make this into 2 enclosures, we got to get another, habitat K, and there's all this and that, and doubling up on all the work for a gain that I think is not actually necessary. I feel like we can use this space up quite nicely and do quite a bit. It's just a matter of remodeling and terraforming and getting all these pieces finished off. Anyway, enough of me rambling about stuff that I'm sure I already mentioned in the time-lapse. One thing I might not have mentioned, though, is I have got some ideas for how to do coverings for these exhibits, so I'm excited to get that in, and I actually have a pretty grand plan for this area as well, but I realized that I wasn't going to be able to get that done today, so hopefully I can get that done in the next session, and hopefully the next session will see us complete this entire area. I think a big part of it as well is it is such a large space, and I'm maybe being a little cautious with some of my plays, because my plan for this area is like either it'll be great or it'll be terrible, and I absolutely was tempted to kick off today's time lapse with that section, But then I was like, no, let's leave that for later. I don't know. I think it's a big undertaking, so I'm excited, but nervously so. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the time lapse today. Let's go ahead and hit play and resume time and see how people are feeling. I put down a couple of coolers and stuff like that as well. I like to try and get happiness up today too. And also, yes, it was brought to my attention that protesters apparently are just vandals as well. I think that's kind of messed up. I'm going to be honest. I think it's kind of messed up that Planet Zoo does that with protesters. I'm just gonna be straight up. That's a little weird. Because now, what they did was a crime, as opposed to just coming through and being like, "Hey, I should take better care of my animals," which they're not wrong about, right? Like, anyway, I guess I'm supposed to dislike them because I suppose we're anyway, point being, that was pretty, like, aggressive, too. Y'all point out in the comments, like, hey, like, there's a timestamp, y'all can find it. It was, like, 30-something minutes in last session. Yeah, it was pretty aggressive and violent. I was actually kind of taken aback. But anyway, we'll hopefully not have to see that again. I'm also hoping that education boards up and down the ramp over here will help people with their education ratings. I highly doubt it. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to actually engage with the board for it to affect their education. If they don't actually actively read it, I don't think it does anything. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's how it works, because you'll see guests actually stop. Yeah, you see, like, these guests are actually sitting down and reading. Well, they're already at 100%. Okay, these guys are at 14%. They're actually standing here. They're reading something or the other, and as soon as they're done, when they leave, that goes up to 21%. See. So I don't think this will work, but I do like the idea of it anyway, so let's keep that up. I've also extended the line a little bit for a couple reasons: better accessibility, but also more people can line up, and hopefully things will move smoothly in our South America area here as well. What I might want to do is I might want to adjust this specifically, just because it's got such a small crowd. What we can probably do is don't block station over here and move at any load. Let's see if that kind of smooths things out a little bit. A couple people might have to wait a little longer than they'd otherwise like to, but I just want to see if this kind of smooths things out, because otherwise we're going to have this traffic jam constantly, and it's going to be a horrible pain. I feel like there's definitely a better way to execute this on the game side. Like, you can see how they slowly step out, this, that, and the other thing, like, and now it's going to close. Like, we know what's going to happen. We're familiar now with this dance, but what I'm hoping is once these all clear through, we'll be okay. We'll see, though, because they are pretty tightly packed. I might need to reduce some of the cars. We'll see. We'll come back to it in a couple of minutes. Everything else is perfectly fine. Everything else is flowing smoothly. But yeah, just a couple spots, a couple of problem spots. More vet research accomplished over here. I think that's the West African lions done. Let's go ahead and keep Brandy Lee working on those lions. I know I'm just scrolling past them, aren't I? There they are. They're literally right in the middle over here. There we go. Continue that research. Let's go ahead and I think I'll level some staff up today as well. Low welfare. Why are you guys upset? Temperature. Ooh, hang on a second. What did I do to your temperature? Oh, up over here. It's too cold. Oh, why? Oh, no. I hate when that happens. Oh, I hate when that happens. They're supposed to be 24 degrees. It's like when you duplicate a few of them, it also bothers me. They won't tell me until it gets there. When you duplicate a few of them, it resets them to their default value. So now we got a bunch of freezing cold spots over here, which honestly I don't think anybody wants. That should be a bit more reasonable. Those are gonna get a little bit warmer now. Over here as well, like this is freezing. Come on now. There, here, there we go. It's gonna be better. Here as well. Cool. Though, I mean, I guess we could sell some coffee if we really chill the places down. So that's okay. And then over here, of course, we're gonna have the same problem, aren't we? Yep, look at that. Immediately shivering. Yeah, bring the heat up, please, and thank you. God. Yeah. I should have realized that was probably happening. We're okay there. Over here, it's pretty cool over here, actually, which is nice to see. You know, where you'd normally expect a lot of humidity and stickiness and ugliness. We're doing all right. Doing all right, yeah. These are all proper temperatures now. A lot better. Let's go ahead and cool some of these guys off over here too. Couple of these down. And another thing that's been pointed out to me, and do keep it coming, because I do need the reminder constantly, is I do not have enough benches. I do not have enough benches. We have over 2,500 people coming through, and I have like 4 benches. Never have too many benches, I guess. A couple more over here. There's a lot of room. I wish benches would snap like other things snap. I wish benches would work like other things work. Gotta move you down a little bit, I think. Sure. And we can get some more benches down over here as well. I've got these guys, but let's go ahead and... Right, of course I can't... These little things. Pop you down there. Pop you down here. That is definitely not in the middle. Switch these guys over. The rain will bring some relief. I need to build like shades and stuff as well. Like you know what? I really like the challenges that have come with a hot zoo, like a hot biome. It's actually quite nice. It's more than I'd anticipated, and I like that. A pleasant surprise. Okay, let's try doing it this way. We're doing it this way. Put you... And you up. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. Cool. You up over here. And you up over here. Boom, there we go. That does the trick, yeah. And I wonder if people will even sit there. I suspect they will. Gotta put some down over here as well, maybe. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, during that time lapse even, I realized, like, I hadn't put a bunch of education boards and stuff down that I really should have. It was because at the time, when these things were first put down, people weren't going to certain spots because, there was nothing to see there. But of course, that's changed now, and I haven't had the opportunity to keep up with the changes. So... Definitely quite pleased with our with some of the work we did in that time lapse because of that aspect of things as well. Just like getting coolers down and things like that. Now another thing I want to do today is get more like vending machines and stuff down as well. People are thirsty, I think, is a primary. Oh, actually no, they're okay now in terms of thirst, but guaranteed it's more of a problem than that quick hover is suggesting. Quite a few, unhappy guests. What's going on over here? Can't find accessible research. That's just not true. It's because the game has been a little funny ever since the latest update, which is unfortunate. Why are you so unhappy? Wish you could have stayed longer. Well, you can stay longer. It was clean and tidy. Spent too much time walking. Yeah, need more benches, right? Need more benches. I could put some up over there, up top of Croc Rock. I think that would be quite nice. Bar, actually... What do the Australian benches look like? If I spell it correctly, maybe I'll find out. No, I won't, because they're not called benches, I guess. Or they're under facilities, right? I keep forgetting benches are technically facilities. South America, where is Australia? Where you at, buddy? Oh yeah, these are nice. I do love the prevalence of waves in the Australian like art stuff, because now I don't have to feel bad or adjust my my like wavy constructs and whatnot. So yeah, at least it all kind of matches, you know. That feels good. Whoops, I meant to face that way. There we go. 1, 2, and 3, and we might build like a canopy or something up over here. Well, again, there are my my plans that I have as well, right? Oh, this is not wood, this is metal? Interesting. Okay, wooden base, metal top, and this kind of curvy Curvy leg. Yeah, I like that. I like that. These are nice. These are quite nice. Not gonna lie. And also now we get to check the lighting over here. Oh yes, that is exactly what I was kind of hoping for. This is exactly what I was hoping for. This, yes, I like this a lot, and I hope y'all do too. But this is what I was hoping for. Oh, I do like that a lot. The only one I wonder is, do I get rid of this middle section of lights here? Let's see. Let's see how that looks. A little bit darker, a little bit more... What's the word I'm looking for? Like mysterious almost. I do like this. I wonder... Yeah, you know what? Let's get rid of that middle section. I like it a little bit darker. I like it a little bit darker. Will come through, obviously, as you know, as we put more of those down, or we might have to change how we do the lighting in you know, further up, because you know there's the paths and stuff over here. But I'm really quite liking that little hot spot. We've got the lighting work in Elite Zoo South is so different from the lighting work at Elite Zoo North, and personally, I've enjoyed that. It's like a little adventure of its own, little like opportunity to explore, you know, something completely different. And I personally enjoy that quite a bit. I really like the ring lighting that we do. And in fact, you know, it's dark right now. I might want to add some of that right now here as well. This was actually pointed out to me a while ago, and it's another one of those things that kind of has slipped my mind. I wonder if I'm better off lowering the education boards or raising the roof. I suppose we could raise the roof. Trying to figure out what I prefer the look of. A little bit of ventilation. Never killed anybody, right? But I would like, yes, to get, let's see, where is the... Just pause for a second. Yeah, I gotta figure out this happiness thing. Gotta be, like, seating or something. I wish, I mean... Okay. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. For now, though, where did you go? There you are. Should fit nicely up over here. Could add it to the group. Don't mind that. There we go. Do something like... Oh, right, of course I have to do it this way. Might be a bit of a pain to implement properly. Especially when that happens. Come on now. Okay. Snap. Go. Whoa. How does that look? Okay, a little bright, a little bit on the bright side. Let's go ahead and drop you just a touch. Like there. Drop you as well to AC. There we go. Yeah, see, I want it to feel really soft, really subtle. If I could just tuck this in a bit more. Ooh, or do it like that, yeah. Do it like that, it lights up the ceiling. Right, do that. Part of me was tempted to like color it a different color, like not like a non-white. But I feel like anything else would feel a little, it would compete with the blues and stuff we've got going on. I could make it kind of warm. Unfortunately, if I pull it up, it's hard to select it again. Whoops. Nope. Didn't mean to do that. I could try making the space a little warm, right? Would be nice. Again, blue and yellow, they often complementing colors, right? So they work nicely together. By this kind of a thing. Ooh, you know what? I might actually like that. Fiery, very fiery. Yeah, look at the subtle lighting on the floor. That's kind of what I'm paying attention to. Not so much when you look up, what do you see, but more what you see on the ground. Now let's see if we can't nudge you up a little bit so I can still select you, hopefully. Oh, come on. I wish you could lock items in place or something. Something. I don't know. That, yeah, just a little bit. You come through. That's not too bright or anything, actually. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. That's not too bad. All right, cool. All right, I've completely gotten distracted by this lighting exercise here. But sometimes you get an idea and you go, let's try it out. I can't help myself. Cannot help myself. There we go. And last one. Just at the 4 like cardinal points, if you will. There we go. A little bit of a light leak happening. I don't mind that. See the reflection and stuff. Warm tones. Got the blues as well. I like this quite a bit, actually. This is super bright. I wish we could make this a little less, you know, obnoxiously bright. Do not disturb is the most disturbing thing in here. Is bright white light. But yeah, I mean, I'm really quite pleased with. We got like a couple of like spotlights, so to speak, a couple of hot spots, if you will. Everything else is like pretty subtle. We still have to light things up properly though. It's a little too dark still. Like people would be tripping over themselves and hurting themselves in this kind of a lighting situation. So I definitely want to brighten things up a little bit, but still kind of maintain this like kind of subtle feel. Also interesting to see people actually using these benches. I was not expecting that at all. I was not expecting that at all. These were more kind of put down as like decorative elements that I thought maybe every once in a while they'll see some action, but it's already been used more often than I'd expected. We definitely want to put down some more mechanics as well. So let's get 2 in South America. Those are our biggest zones right now. Let's go ahead and get 4 more mechanics. Quick, run away. Run away. If I can't catch you, then I can't reduce your pay. Oh. Nice try, buddy. And did I get you already? I did. There's the last guy. Yeah, caught you all. Trying to get away. Animal has escaped. How did you manage that? I'm guessing you were the one that escaped. Yep, looks like it. How did you... Oh, right, because I adjusted the barriers a little bit. The reason why I adjusted the barriers, I'm sure I explained this. The reason why I adjusted the barrier was because I was hoping that I could get a little bit more leeway with some of the trees and whatnot, but ultimately it was a pointless endeavor. Did, in fact, waste a bit of time there. Oh, bit of a bummer, but not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Alright, let's check you out again here. Make sure we are good. We are, in fact, yeah, we're good. All right, great. Awesome. Awesome. Lots of floating balloons over here. Guests are still, you know, in a mood, as it were. Guest needs. All right, let's see. Let's see these grumpy people. Wish I could have stayed longer. Is that... I assume every time I see that, it means I don't have enough benches. Wish I could have stayed longer. Tired. Popping balloons. I already checked these guys. What do these guys have to say? Now we know how cheap the tickets are. It's been suggested that I up the price a little bit of these rides so that guests are less likely to crowd it. Actually, on that note, what's the deal here? All right. So now that the back kind of log is gone, we can go ahead and adjust this so that it's not... I never know where to click. There we go. Half load. Turn this off. Maximum wait time, let's say 60 seconds. Let's say. I know it's a long time, but now that the backlog's been cleared out, I think we'll be okay. I could also just say quarter load. That way, when there's fewer people waiting, it'll still kind of move, hopefully quickly. It takes like 30 seconds for people to look at it. They arrive. It takes like 10 seconds for one person to get out. groups get out at the same time, but individuals, it looks like they get out one at a time, which is kind of silly. Like, this thing's gonna go empty, despite a 60-second wait time. Oh no, okay. You heard me calling it out. And now it's just gonna roll out. Really? Like, these people can... it is what it is. We'll keep an eye out on it. Animal is hungry. I might need to get some more keepers as well, actually. And, in fact, before I forget, over to our... Right, staff are already here. Go by stars, and let's level everybody up. Too many people of low levels right now. Working inefficiently, not getting as much done as they could. We got a few more mechanics. I should assign them some work zones. I've been bad at staying on top of that for some reason this season. So let's see. We got a couple in Australia. Let's go ahead and add some Central, some South America. We definitely need more South America. Okay, let's do that for now. I think that's a decent mix. If we look at work zones over here, who else is unassigned? Security guards I don't want to assign. Vendors are fine. Vets are fine as well. Don't want to assign those. But yeah, center. I mean, I guess I could assign vendors. Australia has 2 mechanics for 1 enclosure and a bunch of vending machines. I've been told the vending machines are horrible to deal with. You know what I should actually do, though? On the topic of things that are horrible to deal with, it's been suggested a couple of times, actually, and it keeps slipping my mind. Let's finally do this because I've remembered it at the right time. Get a keeper. You are only going to clean the habitat, and your job is in South America. Done. So hopefully they will keep the llama lane clean, and they'll also be able to keep these exhibits and stuff clean as well. Info center profits have... Wow, we've cracked that nicely. Thank you. I will take that. Release 3 Colombian white-faced capuchin monkeys into the wild, and education for the anaconda. Like, ow. Ow. Alright. More benches. Let's get these benches down. I keep talking about, like, oh, I guess this means I gotta put down more benches, and then I don't actually do it. So let's go ahead and put some benches down. We got a bunch over here. I wonder if I need more over here, or if I should spread them out a bit more. Like, spreading them out is the right option. Makes sense to me, right? I'll put you down over here. Go ahead and put you down over here and here. There. Gotta do these shop covers as well. There's so much going on. Go ahead and duplicate you over to here. There we go. Pop you down over here. Good stuff. Like, that's this thing is like, I would describe this as being dotted with benches now. I feel like we've got enough benches here. Sincerely hope I'm not wrong. I think the other side could use some benches though. We will do that as soon as I'm done with this. Come on, buddy. Go. Let's see. Over here on the other side, yeah, I think we are lacking some benches over here. I guess I could use one over here. See. Up, over to here, sure. Pop one down over here. Pop another one down. Ah, this is too narrow. I don't want to put a bench down over there. Go up. This is all the slope. You can't put benches down on ramps. Why is it not letting me put a bench down over here? Uneven placement. So a ramp, I guess. I can put one down over here. 2 down over there. Alright, sure. Let's do it. If that helps. Do not want lights on these ones, I don't think. And if I do, then I can always do that later as well. Go. Pull you over to here. Actually, hold on a second. Could have done it the other way around. Come on now. Get up here. Excuse me, I'm redecorating. But good to know that it's being used. There we go. And let's go ahead and get the one up over here done as well. Be very happy if... No. I was like, I'd be very happy if they were also in use, because then I would immediately have an answer that, yes, I'm headed in the right direction here. I must be, though. I must be. I mean, this is a classic Party Elite problem. Not putting down enough benches. More vending machines will also go a long way. In fact, I think I'll do that right now. Let's go ahead and get, well, first of all, let's get this bin up over here. Put this bin in the path. On the path, but whatever. Oh, come on! Seriously? This litter over here is obviously a part of what's upsetting guests, right? Like, the moment you walk through that, it bums you out. I don't even blame you. Litter up over here as well. I wonder if I need to get some more, people cleaning. Oh my god, look at this lineup over here. What's the deal? Are you moving too quickly? You are moving too quickly. This would be station 16. 30 seconds, I guess? I don't know if that's enough time. See, they get out, and they have to get out over here. So, like, I feel like this needs to be 60 seconds. I love that they do the little shuffle every time. Or, you know what? No maximum wait time. How about that? Half load. Minimum wait time. And then you go. Yeah, that's what I should be doing. That's what I should be doing. Probably doing that over here as well. Station 8. No maximum wait time. But then we get a situation like this where it's like... Yeah, now we get stuck over here because no one else is riding this. So, okay, you do need a maximum wait time then. Well, you got bored of the ride pretty quickly. Your problem. Couldn't have waited a bit longer. Oh wait, the views from this bench were okay. So they do sit... The view from this bench was okay. The view from this bench was only okay. For real? You for real? Come on. Look at that. Like, look at that. Look at that. Did you see that jump? Let's have some babies. May of year 53. Man, we're 50 years in. Offspring imminent. I love the wording. Offspring imminent. Sounds so, like, terrifying. Actually, that reminds me, on the topic of being year 50, it was pointed out to me that I completely forgot that every 25 episodes, I try to do a bit of a tour. So, oops, on my part. What I think I'll do is episode 30, because it's a nice round number, we'll go ahead and do a bit of a zoo tour. Where are the babies? Dropped them off and ran off. Where'd they go? Kids. Don't donate your kids here. That's not what this is about. No, but for real though, where'd my baby monkey go? There's a sentence that was weirder to say than I anticipated. Where is my baby monkey? They look the same as the adults. All right, jeans. I guess they're a little bit smaller. Like, a model can only get so small. Look at that, they basically look the same size. Oh, what a cutie. Nearly tripped these women over. Come on now. Oh, this is, I mean, I really like this enclosure. I really like seeing them use the scaffolding and stuff. Like, it makes me so happy. I can't believe the views from this bench were okay, or whatever they said. Gosh. Gosh. Alright, what else are we looking at here? Oh, looks like there's some vandalism going on. Never ideal. Alright, this mess needs to be cleaned up. We're back in this world, where people are littering over here and just absolutely ruining the experience. Where is our closest keeper? Caretaker, rather, sorry. Muting, going for a rest. Australia section, there's center section. Wandering. Come on, take care of this. Forgot. The problem is you can't put bins on slopes. All I can do is put them as close as possible, and we've done that. None of this space is allowed for bin placement. We're as close as we can be, unfortunately. Just not good enough, it seems. Hopefully that helps, actually. That might have been a big part of the problem. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to put down some more vending machines as well. And then I promptly didn't. So let's go ahead and sort that out. facilities. I think we could always use some more water. They seem to be pretty popular. So guest facilities. I was hoping vending machines would be a separate, but whatever. They're easy enough to find. Go ahead and get ourselves a pip shot, because again, water. We'll pop you down over here. Go ahead and get a Mexcellente, why not, if you want to eat. And let's go ahead and get some ice cream as well. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. See how busy these things get. And again, we might need a lot of mechanics. No action yet, but that's okay. Can't expect things to happen immediately. Over here, of course, we've got people actually using the stores themselves. What are we selling over here? We've got an info center, spit and facts. We got a food, Monsieur Fleet, and we've got a Pichu Perfect. So we could actually use. I'm gonna put a chief beef down. Down a chief beef. Put down a Gulpy. Gulpy energies and things like that will help. And we can put down a Street Fox coffee as well. If it would fit. It won't. Of course it won't. Why would it? See if people, you know, interact with those a little bit. I mean, guests are happy now. So I've done something right. I think it was the litter, actually. Because literally, ugh. Literally every guest in the zoo goes through that spot. Every guest goes through that spot. Guaranteed that was a big part of the problem. Man, when the sun is setting, the lighting, like the mix of lights on and sun setting, to me, is just absolutely on point. Alright, this thing is still a problem. It's that wait time. Can't have don't block station checked. See, now this thing's gonna come, it's gonna drop people off, and it's gonna wait a full 45 seconds. I wish there was a checkbox for, like, you know, are people queued up? Don't have a max, it'll wait for its load. People arrive shortly afterwards. Now that's going to be the quarter load. That's actually a full load, and it's going to keep going. So I guess it was good that we waited 45 seconds. It's a hot mess. Go with not 1 second, but 30 seconds. And let's try not to miss this. Noah Lingu is about to have some babies. Love the animation. I want to miss it. Come on now. Watch out, lights coming on. 3, 2, 1, lights. Oh. Yes. Makes me so happy every time. Every time. Oh, they're so cute. Look at that synchronized. Look at that synchronization. Amazing. Amazing. It's such a nice animation. It's just such a nice animation. Alright, what are we looking at up over here? Guess doing alright? I think so. Oh my god, making plenty of money over here. Guys having a good time. Oh, by the way, actually looking at the lions reminded me. Oh god, okay, that was not an intentional pun. I was actually umming. Where's our little baby? Where's our little baby? Where'd you go? There you are. So, the assumption right now, oh my god, so cute. The assumption right now is that is a reference to, maybe Arabic? Like, I'm assuming it's pronounced like umma, or I assume there's like that vowel at the end there, maybe. I could be wrong. I don't know that much Arabic. But it's Arabic for mother, which maybe, but isn't Arabic... Oh, well, hold on. Let me check a couple things first over here before I go on that ramble here. Grade 3 food quality. Oh, the ear wiggles. Right, wouldn't Arabic be a strange language to pick? Yeah, it's all sub-Saharan Africa. I don't know about the prevalence of Arabic in sub-Saharan Africa. Now, somebody correct me, obviously, if I'm wrong, which I can be. I know Northern Africa has a lot of Arabic, so that makes sense. Which is why, I mean, it could easily be one of those things where it's like the same word in multiple languages has different meanings, right? So I wonder if there is another meaning. I couldn't find anything. I looked up like Swahili and stuff. I guess I could look up some other, like Afrikaans and whatnot, but I wasn't able to find anything. And then I got the Arabic explanation suggested to me, and I was like, I mean, I guess that makes sense. But at the same time, I was also a little surprised that they went with an Arabic name. Anyway, it is what it is. Guatemala over here, our magnificent specimen. Oh my god, I kind of don't want to... I don't want to send you off, buddy. Voltical over here, climbing a little... Oh, you've also got fantastic stats. I mean, it was your offspring, after all, that has such great genetics, so we can still trust in the parents to bring us more such amazing creatures. Let me just take a look over here, actually. How old are they? They're still okay. I wonder if we keep Guatemala, though, for our next generation of breeding. I think we maybe should keep Guatemala. Oh, look at the tippy taps. He's excited by the idea, clearly. Good stuff, good stuff. Guests are still happy. Excellent. Yeah, I think it was the litter, folks. I think it was the litter. But hey, I mean, in the process, I've gone ahead and put down some more spots for drinks and all as well. Can't complain about that. Oh, actually, one thing I can complain about, though. Yeah, I just can't. I'm just not nailing it here. Yeah, let's turn max wait time off. Because 5 seconds means if something comes that is empty or has just one person, there's enough time to go in there. This one, for example, is going to go off empty. It's going to happen a couple times. Oh no, oh excellent. Okay, I don't know how that worked out because that was definitely more than 5 seconds, but I will take it. Where is my... Oh, incorrect ratio. We've got some problems here. Alright, we got some problems here. Ooh, kangaroos fighting is one of the coolest things, conceptually. Young, so Monaru, who has recently become an adult. Take a look at your stats, buddy. Pretty good, pretty good. Over to the trade center. Where is our adult jaguar? No, that notification's just gone now. Fair enough. Fair enough. Are you... Nope. Also fantastic stats, by the way. We got some really good jaguars. Itzley, where is... Right. Ew, why is this... we blocked off the keeper's approach over here. Is this tree causing a problem, perhaps? It might be. Might be the tree. Put you over here. What if we get rid of you? Well, it doesn't make any sense. The keeper is able to put food down. Oh, you know what? It's literally just got to be... Okay, let's see. You've arrived. You're going to take notes first, aren't you? Clean up this mess. That's all I need you to do. It's disgusting. Come on. Come on. Oh, okay, good. A lot of the time they come, they take notes, and they leave and come back. Yeah, they're able to get over here. So why was this... Why you do that? Why wasn't this taken care of? Yeah, I need to keep my eyes on the prize in terms of these keepers and stuff not doing their job. I guess yeah, without a max wait time, they're waiting for a quarter load. So any load, I should check as well. That's why that happened, where that one guy got through. That's why that happened. And what's the lineup here like? Pretty wild. I don't know if the monorail was a good idea. I'm going to be honest. I feel like there should have been a train. I feel like it should have been something that can take more people on at once. This is kind of wild, actually. Actually, hold on. To be fair, it's because of this. This is the source of all the issues. This is the source of all the issues. Hopefully this any load thing will work out as the best solution. Any lineups over here? Are people upset? No. Good value. Great. Lineups, because some people are upset. What are you gonna do? Ticket price is good. Oh, excuse me. I mean, thank you. But go ahead and sort that out. Wait. Replace. Thank you very much. So many vandals. Need to get more security. How about 50 and 45? How's that for pricing? How's that for pricing? Your ticket price is good? Nah, they must have come through at the old price. There, let's catch this family over here. Oh my god. 4 kids. 2 people, 4 kids. That ratio, I don't envy them. Ticket price is fair. Okay, good. So much room to walk around. This place rocks. Okay, sure. Sure, I'll take it. I'll take the compliments. Alright, well, good. Alright, so we got food, we got drink, we've got, nice. I was wondering if I'd hit that. Got these rides moving, just not perfectly. Yeah, these guests are still waiting. I mean, it's been suggested maybe we raise or lower the barrier. We could try raising it a little bit. There we go. Now I get the warning for the overcrowding. Right, 1 sec. I guess we're raising in the hopes of blocking the view a little bit. Right. Try it. Dangerous fighting over here. Let's get that sorted. Still has been hurt. Over to the trade center with you, buddy. Come on. How bad's the injury? Normally, if it's severely injured, a vet gets called, but let's go ahead and get a vet in here. Yeah, it's so cool to see them up top over here. I mean, can you imagine being down here? You just catch a glimpse of this, like, big cat leaping like that, stalking you. Actually, on the topic of big cats stalking you, something that I'm not clear on, and I turn to you for. With regards to the Africa section, in terms of our safari, if we were to implement the four-wheeler and have the whole safari thing going on. Oh my god, that's how you drink water? Can the vehicle go through, like, lion habitats and, I don't know, I can't, like, hyena habitats, like, can they go through those enclosures? Because, you know, in my head, that's what a safari kind of is. That part and parcel of a safari is you go through all the dangerous, Okay. My day is made. You go through all of the dangerous, like, things as well, and you just kind of keep your distance, right? Like, you know, technically even rhinos are dangerous, but, like, can you safari through all of the animals that are, that guests cannot enter the habitat of? I need to figure that out, because I would like to get a safari going for the Africa section. That was A, and then B, I'm going to forget now, which is always nice. Oh, right, yeah, the other thing is which animals can actually cohabitate, I guess. Because the thing is, with the interspecies enrichment, these are all the animals that when they are together in the same space, there's enrichment. But animals aren't limited, these guys, in terms of what makes them, what they can live with. Now, the thing I'm wondering actually is, like, this is a big variety of animals, from giraffes to gazelles to, you know, this is a lot of variety. So do you literally just put up like 7 education boards in case an animal is somewhere more often than not? Like, that's my big concern with a big shared enclosure. Because even at Elite Zoo North, when we just had Yanasi Plains, we were getting some issues where it's just like, well, the bison aren't here right now, so our guests confused because they're looking at the education board for an animal and it's a different animal in front of them because it's a joint enclosure. Like, that's something I'm uncertain about. So that and the safari thing are things that I'm uncertain about. I'm not convinced that I have my head fully wrapped around both of those things. So I'm going to do a little bit of research on that. But yeah, next session I think we're going to focus on this entrance area and again look to finish it. I'm quite happy with today's session. I think we have, putting down even just a handful more benches has made me happy, just to know that I have finally kind of tackled that, at least in the South America section. I think what we need to do next is tackle that same issue in the Australia section, and, well, the Africa section isn't really built out yet. So as far as a ratio of bench to surface area is concerned, I think we've done well for Africa, but Australia needs some love. This central area will need a little bit of love as well. Of course, we got to put some benches down over here too to balance this all out. Get the rest of this finished. Get the rest of this finished as well. I have some plans, and of course, the big thing that I wanted to do over here, which we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for it. I hope it works, but we won't find out until hopefully next session. I suspect we'll get her done next session. But hey, sometimes I guess you never know. Anyway, on the wonderful visual of there they are, of kissing kangaroos. What can I say? I hope this episode sparked joy. But yes, on this beautiful visual, I shall say, folks, we're gonna call it a session. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Well, let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel, what I do more or less of, and how I go about doing it. I do read through all the comments as well, so if you've got any thoughts, suggestions, opinions, feelings, whatever it might be, make sure you let me know. It does make a massive difference. Now, with that said, as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big ol' thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.